Hello and welcome to the Lab 8 video. Welcome back. Today we'll be talking about routing once again, but this time we will be setting up a more automatic RIP v2 protocol. So let's go ahead and take a look at the topology, and let's go ahead and set up a couple of these. Almost the same setup as last time, so we don't need anything gigabit, so we'll just use the plain 2950s. Go ahead and link these up. And with these, once again, let's go ahead and add, we'll shut these off and we'll add a couple of the WIC2Ts, boot it back up, same thing with this one. Go ahead and hook this up with a cable. Once again, we'll go O/O/O to O/O/1. And let's set up a couple of PCs. Go ahead and assign the IPs off the bat. So PC1 is 10.10.10.1. We'll stick with the 255.255.255.0 subnet just to keep it simple. Do the same thing with this one. This one is not on the 10.10.10 subnet, it is on the 10.10.50 subnet, and then it's host 65. Use the same subnet mask, and 10.10.50.250 is the gateway that we'll be assigning to this IP. Once we have that, go ahead and close out of that. We got connectivity up to the switch, which is good. Let's go ahead and begin setting these up. I'll go ahead and change the names visually. And I'll go ahead and add some notes. This is going to be the 10.10.10.0. This time I thought I'd put some notes on the outside to make it easy on you guys. You'll be able to see which subnet is what. Let's go ahead and jump into this one. We've done this a bunch of times now. We'll go into no. Let's change the host name off the bat. Go ahead and change this one as well. Let's go ahead and assign the IPs. This one is 10.10.10.250. So in config mode, we can stay in that, and let's jump to it. No shut. Let's make it live. We should get blinking lights, good solid lights on all of these in just a minute. Line protocol is up, which is excellent. We'll go ahead and assign the IP now to this little guy. So let's exit out of FAO/O and let's go into this one. 10.1. Same subnet. That one's good, even though we did the no shut, it's still down because only this side is live, this one is not. So it's still down until this one is live as well. And looking back at this one, we got full communication. Well, this side is all set to go. Let's go ahead and jump to this one. Let's assign the IPs. This one was 10.10.50.250. Oops, left off the subnet. Do a no shut. This one is now live. Line protocol is up. We'll exit out of that one. We'll jump into this one. The IP on this one is 10.20.100.2. As soon as we do this no shut command, what do you think will happen? Yep, this link is going to go live, and since this one was live because we just set it up, this line protocol should go up and those lights should change, which they do. Okay, now that we've set up all the basic things, now's a good time to save. Whoops, I don't want to do that. Give this one a unique name, and we saved it. So the next thing that we'll go ahead and jump into, let's set up the routing. So at the moment, let's imagine we jumped in on this PC, do an IP config, it's 10.10.10.10. This one is 10.10.50.65. So let's go back to this one and let's ping 10.10.50.65. And it's destination host unreachable. This is typically what it'll say when, you know, hey, we can't find this guy at all. I'm completely lost and I lost all the packets. My bad. So let's go ahead and close out of that. We haven't told this guy how to find this guy, and we haven't told this guy how to find this guy, so let's go ahead and set that up. But instead of statically, let's go ahead and do this. Let's exit. Let's go back into config mode. And let's see. So what we'll do, router. This is the protocols that we have available to us. So we will choose this one. That's all we need to type in. Once we get into this specific config mode, this is all the options that we have available to us. Since we want to set up RIP version 2, let's go ahead and type in version. We can specify 1, we can specify 2. Since we want 2, we'll type in 2. Now, the way that these protocols go is you tell this device which subnets do you want me to tell anyone else about. You know, anyone else that I'm connected to and that also has RIP version 2 on, what do you want me to tell them that I know? So we want to tell this guy that the 10.10.10 subnet exists. That, hey, if anyone, you know, if this guy wants to get to this guy, which is on the 10.10.10 subnet, you can find him by jumping to me. So let's tell him. Let's do network. And the one that we want to shout out is 10.10.10.0. That's all we got to type in. And then we'll go ahead and we will close out of this one. That's the only one that we have, so let's go ahead and do the same thing with this. Let's go ahead and exit. We want to specify which one we want to use. Now we'll kind of flip-flop this. So let's say, you know, this guy, we want to tell this guy, hey, 10.10.50, I have him. He's on my side. So if this guy wants to get to anybody on this side and he wants to communicate with the 10.10.50 subnet going this way, come to me. I can handle it. So let's do a 10.10.50.0 because he wants to tell this guy that this guy exists. Once we've done that, we'll exit. That's all we need to do on that. And we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and test it. We'll begin at this one, which is on the 10.10.10 subnet. We'll see if we can effectively communicate with this guy, which was 10.10.50.5065. That command's not going to be any good. We got to put ping. May take it a little bit since this is the initial time it's sending it out. And we got communication. We'll do it once again. We should get all packets back this time. And we did. So that's good news. Let's go ahead and we will ping from the 10.10.50.65 guy. We'll go all the way to the 10.10.10.1 guy, which is this one. So let's ping 10.10.10.1. We got instant communication, so that's good. So this is kind of an automatic way of publishing routes and telling people how to get to you. You just publicize what you know. This guy publicizes what he knows. Eventually, they switch handbooks and they know what this guy knows. So it's an effective way to do it without having to manually type in static routes each time. So let's take a look. It looks like we also want to set up Telnet. So once again, we need to be in config mode. We'll set this guy up. Let's go ahead and do line VTY. We'll open up just a few of them. Same thing with this one. Line VTY. Get out of that. So let's say, you know, this guy, he wants to, you know, let's say this is the sysadmin's PC on his desk. He doesn't want to walk all the way up 5 levels to go plug his laptop into this and manage it. He wants to do it from his PC. So that's kind of the point of Telnet. Down the line, we'll set up SSH, which is a safe Telnet. You know, that's not open to anyone who may be looking upon it, but just to keep it simple, we'll use Telnet. So we will Telnet into this gateway IP, so 10.10.10.250. If it immediately says that it's open, and what is the passcode? So goof that up, and it lets us in, so that one's good. We'll do the same thing with this one. This time we'll jump from this sysadmin's desk all the way up to this one because he's lazy and he doesn't want to go up that way. We'll telnet into 10.10.50.250. It's open because we opened it and it lets us in. But it's not just limited to that because we haven't specified any kind of limitations as to who can connect to who. We could technically, let's see, you know, say this one was in Cincinnati, this one's in Lubbock, Texas. Let's say this sysadmin in Lubbock, Texas, he doesn't want to fly all the way up to Cincinnati and manage this guy. So since it's all connected, he could just telnet into 10.10.10.250. And hey, since we know how to find it, it'll let us in as long as we know the passcode, which it does. We can manage that one. So it's quite flexible. We'll go ahead and close out of that one. We've set up Telnet, and just in case you wanted to do some troubleshooting, we'll go ahead and exit. We'll show any of the IP routes that it knows about. So in the last video, when we had set up static methods, this guy, the 10.10.50 one that it knows about, which is this one. So this guy knows about this subnet. It was an S because we told it manually how to find it. This one is not a static one though. Up at the top we have a key. S means static. So what does this one mean? How did it find out? It found out this way, which is good. That's the way we set it up. So, it found this one, and the way that it found it was via 10.10.100.2. This is the guy that told him about it, this one. And the way that you get to it is, if you want to get to the 10.10.50.0 subnet, so let's say, this guy sends a packet up, it gets to this. How do I find 10.10.50.65? It is via 10.20.100.2, which is this guy. And we leave out of this interface, which is this one. So if you want to get to this guy, this subnet, you leave out of this one, and the next hop is going to be this one, which is this. And we could take a look at the same thing on this one. We'll exit. You don't want to do this in exec mode, so we'll do this one. So this guy knows about 10.10.10.0, which is this one, via this guy, which is this link. This is the one that told him this is how you get to it. And anytime this guy wants to get out this way, he has to leave out its own this. Oops. He's got to leave out of this pathway, which is this one. We'll go ahead and close out of that. And last but not least, we want to save this, so copy. We also want to save the lab. And that's about that. I'll leave you guys to do the second half, but at least now you know how to set up this specific routing protocol. So have fun with it, and best of luck.